Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Week 2 of the Gauntlet is here, and unfortunately it seems to just be more of the same. And this is kind of what I was worried about. I was hoping that there would be new things going in the Gauntlet and it wasn't just a layout change of the dungeon, but that's basically what it is. Now there is a new thing going on where it looks like the enemies have the Avenger affix, which is when you slay an enemy, nearby enemies will get that red glow. It kind of makes that bong noise and they'll deal more damage to you. Seems like they just added that affix, maybe so the Gauntlet's more threatening. I don't know if people were complaining or just something new that they added in. But other than that, and other than the layout itself changing, this is the exact same Gauntlet that we had last week. And I just mapped everything out, and I noticed that everything is literally the same. There's still 5 bosses. 2 of those bosses give you artillery, 1 of them gives you lethal, 1 of them gives you blast wave, and the last one gives you the channeling. And you can see this is the week 2 on the left and week 1 on the right. It's the same. There's 3 key holders that you can slay. There's 3 big golden chests, there's 6 smaller regular chests, there's 4 revive shrines, and there's 2 score shrines. So I was hoping this wouldn't happen because I was already bored after just running the Gauntlet for a day or 2 last week, and now it's the exact same thing, but just a different layout. So that means people are going to be using the exact same builds and just grinding the same stuff for hours and hours and hours. Since it's a new week, I got to open up the caches that I earned so we can take a look at those. So these are the 4 caches that I got. Like in my last video, I mentioned that you should just get this equipment immediately. We shouldn't have to wait until the end of the week because, as you can see here, it's all 925 gear, but it's all just random assorted stuff. The legendaries that you get, they're not guaranteed high rolls on your aspects. So it's all just random stuff that you should just give to the players anyway. Since the Gauntlet anyway is the equivalent of a Nightmare tier 70 dungeon, it's not like someone's going to come in here at level 20 and get all this 925 gear way earlier than they should. So there's really no reason to not allow players to gain this gear as soon as they get to that sigil or get to that seal. One of the other major concerns for the first week of the Gauntlet were these exploits or were these bugs that people were using to get on the leaderboards or get higher scores overall. And it looks like they patched one of them, the one where you can complete the dungeon, go back to a city, reset the dungeon, and then go back through that portal. If you try to do that now, the portal just disappears when you reset the dungeon, so that's good. But the more important one was that you could bring a shrine into the Gauntlet and basically get a head start of everyone. I've got a conduit shrine right here, and let's see what happens. So we're going to click on that shrine. We're going to join the Gauntlet as soon as possible. And what do you know, I'm still just a big yellow ball of lightning, which I can open the gate, and then I can just start taking down these enemies, giving myself a big head start. So still haven't patched this bug. People are still going to use this until they do. Just kind of ruins the whole leaderboard since I've already got this artillery shrine within the first 10 seconds of me starting the Gauntlet. So something they really need to fix. As we can see, they didn't reset the leaderboards or take down anyone from the leaderboards who could have possibly been cheating this whole time. That's another thing. It's like when people are using exploits like this and Blizzard isn't doing anything to fix it, or they can't do anything if they don't know how to fix it, why am I going to spend hours and hours grinding at this event? But hopefully this isn't precedent for how every Gauntlet from now on is going to be, because if they're just changing the layout but keeping everything the same, the number of key holders, the specific shrines you get from each boss, the amount of chests, but if they're just changing the layout from week to week, can you guys just hire someone to work on the Gauntlet? You only need 1 person. Like, I don't think people care if you reuse layouts from the 100 other dungeons you have in the game, but at least can we mix the game mode up a little bit? But that's it for this video. I know it's not an uplifting one, more of a downer one, but just sharing my thoughts with the community. Should the Gauntlet just be an event that keeps everything how it is and only changes the map layout? Should it have some kind of custom mode every week? Or at the very least, not use the same amount of bosses, revive shrines, score shrines, chests, and mix that stuff up? Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll talk to you soon.